Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
The Boys and Girls Club and their mission is something really, I think, inspiring and fantastic. Rejuvenation is really sort of going back to the roots and showing something that can grow out of those roots in a way which is not just a repetition, but something really that celebrates things that are create a facility where the whole community can enjoy amidst a difficult history. I have 3 kids and also a 17-year-old daughter who is in high school now, and I wanted to make a building that is cool because kids are today want to be in a space that is kind of interesting and isn't really speaking down to the kids, but really lifting up their own awareness or that the world is a very interesting place, and architecture has certainly a role to contribute something interesting. To do something to be really enjoyed by the community, to be a contribution that isn't just hidden and by itself, but really opens itself out. Quite literally opens itself in different angles and in different profiles, and that contributes something interesting to the skyline. We have a lot of houses, low scale things, but we have beautiful trees, we have the sky. So to make a new connection between really the earth and the sky, and to bring a kind of focus on interesting activities of this Boys and Girls Club. What do you do on this site that is interesting, that is responsive to the place, and also that would create really a magnet for kids and the community at large? And it's a building that is actually a simple building. It has one large mass, you can see, but it has 3 main spaces organized around a central space, which is where you have the entrance and the games and the kind of social activity. And then you have 2 volumes which are almost symmetrically bracketing it. One, the large volume of where we will have the sports halls, the big activity zones that require high spaces and flexible spaces, and a smaller, more intimate value for offices, for smaller scale spaces. But I think in terms of the image, you can see that it's a kind of building that flows with the sky. It has a kind of warmth to it. It's also something new on the horizon. It's kind of waves and profiles that will change with each angle. So it's not a building that is like a box and you see it once and that's it. You have to walk around it inside. It'll be a bit of an adventure for people who use it, because it'll always have a new aspect to it. The building is always interactive. It has to work on all levels, structurally, economically, socially, and it has to have the right angle window. You can see Russell Boulevard, which is really an important street. It has a kind of dramatic high point visible, but the project is really designed in the round, and you can see these spiraling curves that really bring the massing of the building to the center of the land, so that there's space to breathe and good interaction between the neighboring structures. And then, of course, it activates this space with a central building, which would be, a central space of this building, which would be probably where all the games are. I mean, as you enter, you don't enter just a lobby. You enter really the active space where kids are playing, where there are ad hoc performances, where parents and family members can enjoy being part of a lively scene.
I'm just so taken away by what you've done, because you have captured what it's about. And because the Boys and Girls Club is a feeling, and you've taken that feeling and made it into a building.
It's a good point, because our point of the budget was not to design something that looks like a school or like a community center or like what was there before, but find really something that is kind of unique, that doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. There is no such building anywhere else in the world.
Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, I say it's alright.